Council meeting to order. Stand for the pledge. Rich, would you lead us in the pledge?
It's been a long time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Larson.
Here.
Cameron. Here. Austin.
Here.
Lyman.
Here.
Mangan.
Here.
Weimer.
Here.
Westwood.
Here.
Minutes of February meetings.
Move to approve the minutes of the working session on February the 11th as presented.
Second.
Discussion.
Between agenda item 2 and 3, I think you invited the chief of police to introduce the new police officer. Do we want to make a note of that in there?
Do you want to make a motion?
Move to amend the minutes to include the introduction of the new police officer by the chief of police.
Second that. Can I get a discussion?
Discussion on that?
I didn't catch his name.
Jordan Thomas Webb.
Well,
His first name is Jordan Thomas. I know it's a little confusing.
Does it have a hyphen in
It
it?
does.
No further discussion. We'll vote on the amendment.
Cameron.
yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mangan.
Yes.
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Back to the minutes. Motion on the minutes. Roll call.
Cameron.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mangan.
Yes.
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Move to approve the minutes for the regular session on February the 11th as presented.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Oh, I move to amend the minutes. The minutes say that it started at 7 o'clock, it started at 7:06. And there is a FOIA request for the time between the meeting started and the time that it ended, and so it's very important that it be accurate.
Second.
Discussion on 7:06.
I heard the discussion.
Roll call on the
Cameron.
amendment.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mangan.
Yep.
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Back to the minutes. Discussion on the minutes. One more.
I want to make another amendment that Alderman Cameron requested to speak at public comment, and the mayor denied the request.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Cameron.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mangan.
Yeah.
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Back to the original minutes. Any more discussion on the original minutes?
Another motion,
amendment.
I'd like to move to add that Kevin Bonk spoke in favor of the resolution number 3536 on the skate park site support.
Second.
Discussion.
If there's-
What is the reason for wanting to
Yep.
add the
Say
comment?
something, if we're gonna have a whole bunch of amendments, we do them all at once. Include the amendments in one, if you have any more, I'm just.
Okay.
To be cleaner, instead of.
We're gonna have more amendments than having Kevin Bond's name on it.
I just seconded it so we could have the discussion and I could ask the purpose.
You may ask the purpose. Discussion.
Yeah, I did. I said, what's the purpose of adding or?
Because we note when other people speak during resolutions, when resolutions are presented to us, and I think it's important when it's a meeting with accurate minutes that they be accurate.
Any further discussion on this amendment? Roll call.
Cameron.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mangan.
Yeah.
Weimer.
Yeah.
Westwood.
Yes.
Back to the original main motion. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Cameron.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mahan.
Yep.
Weimer.
Yes.
Yes.
Move to approve the minutes for the special meeting on February the 18th as presented.
Second.
Discussion.
No.
Roll call.
Cameron.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mahan.
Yes.
Weimer.
Yes.
Western.
Yes.
Move to approve the minutes for the working session for February the 25th as presented.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
I need to ask if, I think I might need to do an amendment because you have the wrong resolution in here.
No, I do not.
This is not the one that was presented to the council, this is the one that was presented to Mackey. And the one that was presented to the council was different. The one that was presented to the council on resolution 3538 had the July 9th date, and in the minutes, it has the August 15th date. So do we just need to correct the dates in the minutes? Yes, we do. So I move to correct the dates in the resolution number 3538, from August 15th, 2020 to July 9th, 2020, as the resolution that was presented to the council and approved by the council.
Second. I move to,
Discussion on this?
yes, I move to amend the amendment to just state that it will accurately reflect that which was handed out to council rather than being specific on the dates. That will cover,
Yes, so.
is that an easier?
Yeah, and so, and James is up here. So he has the one that printed you guys got and approved with the amendment. He has that on his computer. That was not the one he had sent me, so I can update the minutes once he gets back instead of that one that you guys approved.
So it'll just be the one that was handed out to council that we acted on, and that was what my amendment to the amendment was, just to reflect that one.
The one that's in the minutes has the, amendment that you moved and approved.
Yes, he made the amendment.
Correct,
The one that
but if we just, I don't understand why I don't understand.
To my understanding, this is, and again, I'm not saying that I'm accurate, but this is the one, and the fact that it doesn't have a staple when it's folded over in the corner, I believe is the one that was printed that was given to us right before the meeting. And so and I don't know that it,
Which are you talking about 3538 or 3539?
I'm talking about 3538.
So you got another copy of that too before the minute?
This was handed out right at the beginning of the meeting, and the dates to me do say July 9th in what we received.
Yes, that's the one he sent me, the August one, so I copied and pasted it and then.
Yeah, and I think this is just the one that he sent you, that same confusion that happened with Mackey, and as long as it reflects what was handed out.
And then with the amendment that you made added into the minutes.
So I guess I need to know how it's gonna be presented. Because minutes are very important.
So
So what was in the packet was what was originally there. And then, council president came in, we started rewriting that.
What is the problem? So
Yeah.
the resolution that was in the packet that was given out at the last meeting was changed by the attorney and Dave and James. After the meeting, James sent me the resolutions that he wrote final on. I copied and pasted those for the minutes, included his amendment that he made at the meeting into that resolution, not knowing that was the wrong resolution with the dates.
So the one that we had at the meeting had the right
It
date.
had the right dates.
Mayor,
but they
with
just-
permission, can I hand this down to have Lonnie confirm that it meets hers, and then also Councilman Cameron can look at it as well. I believe that's the one, and I agree that the minutes should accurately reflect, but I think that's just a hard copy for reference.
So will the minutes be amended to reflect this?
That
I
plus
think
the amendment, right?
everything on this is in the minutes except the date is wrong.
But that denotes to me that it was a different document, and so you don't fix it piecemeal, you just put the right document in. Question?
Okay, good. All
So
right,
amendment to the amendment. So we're-
roll
Can
call.
we,
Questions been called. Roll call.
Cameron.
no,
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mahan.
Yeah.
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Okay, do we still have a original amendment? Where are we at, Lonnie?
Amendment to the amendment.
Okay,
So are we back to the main?
let's go back to the main minutes.
Main minutes.
Discussion on the main
Pass that
minutes.
back, please.
Roll call on the main minutes.
Cameron.
No.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mahan.
Yes.
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes, this isn't what got handed down by the way, somebody handed me back something else.
Oh, sorry.
She'll be
I
back for
think
later.
we're good handling things around here. These people need to know that we're not handling notes about something else. Warrants payable.
All right, move to approve the warrants payable in the total amount of $275,685.45. The most outstanding ones are Republic Services, $37,987.92. Great West Engineering, mostly for the stormwater project, $30,521.80. The Northwestern, $12,940.81, and that's down because of the new streetlights. It's down considerably, which is wonderful. Interstate Engineering, $16,016.07, and that was mainly for the pool design. And, Tom and I sat here this afternoon and signed off on all of these warrants, and I wanna thank Tom for being here for us to do that. So move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Cameron.
yes,
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman.
Yes.
Mahan.
Yes,
Weimer.
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
thank you.
Officer reports, you all received those, before the meeting here. Any questions for Chief Wells? No questions for Chief Wells. Mayor's comment, quick budget update that, we have a meeting, department head meeting tomorrow where we'll really get that kicked off and, plus we're doing, working on employee evaluations at that time also. And, we'll be moving along. Okay.
Mayor, if I may ask a question of council, I have been invited to attend that meeting. I believe that it is primarily just for informational purposes. I will not be having an active role, but I just want to make sure that it was cool with council if I go and report back from that meeting.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, public comments. Anyone may address the council at this time on any topic within the city's jurisdiction, not specifically on this agenda. Move on to old business. Use of city-owned land permit, bicycle rides northwest, action.
move to approve city land permit, bicycle rides northwest. Or if I could find the dates here, I would read them,
11 to 18 July.
for 11/18 July. Can I get a second?
I second that.
Discussion. Roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan,
Yes.
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Resolution 3541, renaming skateboard park, action.
Move to approve resolution number 3541, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Red Lodge approving a resolution to rename the Red Lodge Skate Park to Hell Roaring Skate Park.
Second. Everybody second. Boy, everybody is in favor of that.
Discussion.
I just said the discussion.
Roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan,
Yes,
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
we all love the new name.
Yes. it's
Thank
great.
you, thank you. Thank you.
Resolution 3542, amendment to the petition to discontinue streets, alleys application, action.
Move to approve resolution number 3542, a resolution of the City Council of Red Lodge, Montana to adopt amendments to the petition to discontinue street or alley application.
Second.
Discussion.
Give me the short story on this because I didn't have time to look at it.
Yep, Dave, go ahead.
In the absence of Jamin as a member of the planning board, which this did come up before, this was actually in a direct response to some feedback earlier in the year from Alderman Cameron, talking about if there was a desire to have certain conditions when abandoning alleys, that we should document and make those changes written so that they apply to everybody going forward. And the primary purpose of this was specifically to require, and the most substantive change is that there is a survey required, particularly if it is adjacent to Rock Creek. And so the form is actually just a change in the application. And I believe, see if I can identify the paragraph really quickly on this week's, or if I'd have to go to last week's version. But no changes over what was presented in the work session.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan.
Yep.
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Resolution 3543, sale of surplus property, up for action.
Move to approve resolution number 3543, a resolution of intent of the City of Red Lodge, Montana to declare certain municipal property as surplus property.
Second.
Discussion.
So, tell us what you're selling.
We've got a couple pickups, a four-wheeler, snow blade that we don't use. The backhoe, which we replaced with our new skip rig. I think that's the extent of them.
Utility trailer.
What?
Utility trailer.
Oh, no, the 16-foot utility trailer we don't use.
That'll free up a little garage space.
Yeah, little space, but
What are you doing, like you holding an auction or closed bid?
Close bid.
close bid.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan,
Yes.
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
New business. Resolution 3538 amended, 3% resort tax ballot language up for action.
Move to approve resolution number 3538 amended, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Red Lodge notifying Carbon County Election Administrator of the city's desire to place the renewal and amendment of the 3% resort tax on the June 2nd, 2020 primary election ballot.
Second.
Discussion.
Mayor, I would like just a moment to review and compare this since we were handed it to the meeting and just make sure it reflects our notes.
Jody.
And Teresa and I were talking, and she had a great point. We're asking the electorate to renew it, and that the city, how did you say that would not?
Oh, it was discussed during a working session that you would impose and amend. But I think leading the public by saying renew and amend, as we've been speaking about it all this time, would be much more relatable. and rather than scaring anybody that this is a new imposition, it's a renewal and an amendment. So I think we should probably revert to the way it was.
I agree. It needs to be consistent, whether, you know, if it says renew and amend, it needs to say that in both places that it's stated in the resolution.
And I believe the earlier comment was just consistency throughout.
But I do like renew and amend,
Yeah.
because that's what we're doing, better than impose.
I like that language better.
Was that on the ballot, part of it?
Yes, it's.
I think it was
Yeah.
more than one place.
Yeah.
Teresa asked me about it a minute ago, so I'm gonna try to fix all those
It
because.
says impose on page 2. There are several places where it still says renew. And I would just go find, replace, and look for impose and change to
Renew and amend. Thank you.
move to change all usage of the word impose with renew and amend.
And I think it's only in 2 spots. That's all I found.
Second.
Discussion on the amendment. Roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan,
Sure.
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
You call me Wayne?
Back to comments on the original.
Page 1, number 2 towards the bottom, it still has the slashed out
I took
revenues.
that out.
You wanna take that out?
Yeah, I already took it out. I think I did it on the 3% as well or something, so those are. Yeah, I saw the 3% as well, so before you can get to it, I've already deleted it.
More comments? Roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan,
Thank you, yes.
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes. Lovely boring.
Resolution 3539 amended 1% resort tax up for action.
Move to approve resolution number 3539 amended, a resolution of the city council of the city of Red Lodge approving one ballot issue to be submitted for voter approval for an additional 1% resort tax for infrastructure on the June 2nd, 2020 primary election ballot.
Second.
Discussion.
I just have some comments to make on the process. I really appreciate that, all the people that stepped up for the resort tax board, and I know that they worked really hard on it. And I just wish that we had had some clarification on the new, Senate bill, the resort tax that we were given the opportunity to impose. There was miscommunication from the very start. The council asked for clarification on the 1% in May 14th of 2019. And it just didn't happen. We didn't find out that the 1% could have been used for a pool until the night that the resort tax board was presenting the resort tax to us. So we never had the opportunity to have that discussion with the public that we could have used that 1% for a pool. I don't think it's gonna sink the resort tax. I don't think it's gonna sink this ballot issue, but I really wish that it could have been a discussion and in a public meeting. I know at that May 14th meeting, Jim said that the stormwater project was gonna last 10 to 12 years, and now I'm hearing 20 to 40 years. So there's never going to be an opportunity to build a pool with that 1%, which could be paid for by resort tax in 5 years with just 1%. I just wanted to say that was a problem with the whole process, and we should have hired someone who is an expert in tax or an expert in a bond counsel that could have directed the council and directed the resort tax board in the right direction. We wouldn't have had so much discussion about the amendments or the resolutions. and we wouldn't have had to have them so amended. That's all I have.
Okay, let's treat everybody with respect here. There's been a lot of things said about this, and I think we're at a point now where we can pass this 1%. You've had your say, Mary, thank you. I think the board did a very good job, very thorough, and continue on today, so. Any
Question.
other, yes, question has been made. It's been, called.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do a roll call vote.
I had,
Question's been made.
I was a
Questions?
latecomer to the board, being appointed after the prior appointee resigned. And I think the board did an incredibly wonderful job, spent hours and hours of their precious time pro bono to do this job. Thank you very much.
Okay, question's been called, no more comment, roll call vote.
Cameron,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lyman,
Yes.
Mahan,
Yes.
Weimer,
Yes.
Westwood.
Yes.
Thank you. Reports from the public. This is an opportunity for any member of the public to respond to the council on any topic that they desire. Tim?
Tim Weimer, I guess I live in the county now, I didn't know that. I would just like to address Mary's comment real quick, and while I agree that we certainly there was some confusion, I firmly believe that no matter what they would have said about the pool, we'd have gone with stormwater. As much as I like swimming pools as much as anybody else, I think the first thing you have to have is a place to live. And once you have a nice place to live, then you can have a swimming pool. And the recommendation would have come from us, no matter what, under any circumstance, the recommendation would have been stormwater, no matter what any lawyer or anything was said. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other reports from the public? Move on to correspondence. We had some. Mary, we had from the Red Lodge Rural Fire District, your report
Yeah,
there.
their monthly
Thank you.
report, it's all in there. They do a nice job.
They do a very good job. We did have the victim witness report. I think you all got that in your packet. Any other correspondence? Moving on to other business.
It's not city business, but everybody should know that the rodeo banquet is coming up. It's coming up on April the 4th. It's slightly early this year. It's going to be held at Rock Creek Resort. Any of you who want to go, let me know.
I submitted my resignation to the sustainability board, so the
Yes.
council will have to appoint another member.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Any other business?
Other business?
How about number 13?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.